Right, hello there. So thank you for considering and or buying a Melody Mate unit. This is a music player for, I mean it's aimed at catering vans, but you could use it for anything really. You could use it for ice cream parlours, you could use it for a musical organ that you want to just play background music on when it's not playing, or anything you want really. Now what we'll do is we'll have a look around the unit and what comes with it. So first of all, with it you'll get these two cables. This is your power. Runs off 12 volts. Okay, so 12 volts DC, so that's the voltage inside a standard ice cream van or a car, for example, and it's the voltage that comes off your battery. Okay, I can also supply them if needed with these, which is a wall adapter. Now I can supply it with this, or you can supply your own one. What you're looking for if you're going to supply your own one is get a proper British one. Don't get it from Amazon and stuff, because they're not made properly really, these kind of adapters normally. So get it from somewhere like RS Components, and you're looking for that the positive there, if it's focused, is in the center. So there's a little round circle dot there, positive in the middle, negative on the outside. I'll be honest with you, they all really are, but just double check that. And you want 12 volts with a minimum of 2 amps. Okay, minimum. The higher the amps, the better. It's not going to make it louder. It's just yeah, 2 amps minimum. Okay, that's what you want. And it'll have on the end of it this connector here, which is a standard barrel connector. Again, they are nearly all this size, and that's what yours comes with there. So if you're going to use it with one of these, you don't need this really, you can throw it away. Let's pretend you are using this one. So if you are using this one, what you'll do is you'll lift them up, put your power cables in, and you'll snap them down. So if I show you how to do that, it'll be like that. Make sure you've got your wire exposed in the end and that there's enough of it exposed that it can clamp on, and then put it in and it should bite down. Okay, if it doesn't power up, then try extending maybe how much you've stripped off that wire and put it back in. Now just make sure there's no bridging between these two, okay, and make sure that there's a fuse running along the cable. So at the start of the cable you should have a suitable fuse, like a 2 amp fuse, running to this unit. The unit itself is fused, okay, so there is a fuse inside. Now you'll also get a speaker output which operates exactly the same. With both of these, it's red to positive, black to negative. Okay, so again, snap them on and pop it in. Okay, now your inputs actually go in the side here, so you've got power at the bottom and you've got phono at the top. So with my one, I don't need to plug the speaker in because I've bodged in this one here, so I can play it a bit quieter for everybody. And now I'm just going to plug it into the wall because I'm doing mine in my workshop. So I'll plug it in. There we go. And then you can see it starts up. Now on the unit when you get it, it will not have this cycling down. This is a feature or an artifact of the camera, the way it records the video. Okay, so it looks perfectly fine when you're in person. Now it's got this little screensaver that just plays. To get that off the screen, you just press any button or turn the thing. You see it says select file at the top, and you've got all these different bits here. Now these are the folders that have got all the chimes in them. So there's chime, which is ones I've made myself on a chime unit. You've got digital, which is like 8-bit, like the American vans play. You've got neutral, which is like a keyboard tune. Organ, which is like a calliope, a steam organ. And you've got vintage chimes. And that is recordings of actual real vintage chimes, okay? So real chimes is called real chimes, obviously. Now, if we go back and we want to play something, so let's say we want to play Greensleeves. I could go to chime. Now the first time you select any of these folders when you've turned it on, it'll always take a little bit of time, because what it's doing is it's loading in all the file names in that folder. And in some of the folders, like the chimes one, there's over 100 tunes, so it's got to load all them in. But once you load it in there, it remembers those, so you can see it goes in almost, well, it's instant once it's loaded it once. So the first time you choose it, when you power it on, it'll always be a little bit slow to go into that file, take 1 or 2 seconds, then after that it's fine. So let's go down. We want Greensleeves. They're all in alphabetical order. So we go down, we find Greensleeves, and we can see we've got 2 options there. So we've got Greensleeves and Greensleeves 2. So if I play Greensleeves 1, that's it playing. This is a good example. I want to turn the music up, the volume up for this demo. So I'm going to hold this top button, which will then allow us, if I hold it for 2 seconds or more, it takes us into a settings screen. I'm going to go to volume, so I'll click this button in, click. You see I'm on 1 out of 30. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. Let's turn it to 3. And I click it in and it says saved. Now, it's going to take me back to the main screen because it's on repeat at the moment. So anyway, that's what that first Greensleeve sounds like. Let's put the second one on. So again, I go down. There it is. So it's a bit more chimey, a bit more fancy, that one. If I want to stop it, I just press the button in and it takes me back to the screen again. Okay. Now, if I want to set it so that it plays non-stop, if I hold that settings button at the top again, so I'm pressing that one at the top and holding it for 2 seconds or more, it'll take me into the settings screen. I can go to song mode, which is that one just there. Click it in and I've got repeat or play once. So obviously all I do is there's a little clicker on the left, take it to repeat, click it in, and now that's saved. Okay, so now if I go back and I put one on, I need a short one. I don't know which one's short. Happy Birthday will be short, won't it? So now what it should do is play the song, and at the end it will then repeat it. So I think I've chosen a long one. What's it? I know where there's a short one. We'll go to vintage chimes. So let's do a green sleeves in vintage chimes. Oh, I've gone past it. So this is a real one. Ready? There we go. Now what it'll do is it'll replay again at the end. Let it get to the end. There we go. And you can see it started playing again. Okay, so that's how it set it onto repeat. Anyway, we wanted to listen to green sleeves, didn't we? So we listened to the chime ones. Now let's go into the neutral ones. Find green sleeves. You see that's more piano-y. Okay, and then I don't know if we've got an organ green sleeves. I don't think we do. Do we? No, we don't have an organ green sleeves. Never mind, I'll have to have a look into that. So that's how you choose your songs and play them. Now, with a lot of boxes, the way people have got them set up is so you've got a switch on the dash. And what that switch on most of the dashes is doing is just sending power to this unit. So it just turns it on and off, on and off, on and off. And obviously at the moment, if we turn it off and we turn it on, nothing happens. Turn it off, turn it on, nothing happens. So that means this unit won't work in your van, will it? But it will. You just need to change the setting. So if we again to go to settings, we long hold that top button. It takes me into settings. Now we go down to autoplay and we choose it. So I'm going to turn it on now. So it's off at the moment, you can see. So if I click it on, it's now changed that text at the top to say startup song. So it wants me to choose what the startup song is. So I want, for example, to play Teddy Bear's Picnic. So I go into the classic one, go to Teddy Bear's Picnic. There it is, Teddy Bears. I select it and it says startup song saved. Now if I turn the unit off, turn it on, see it plays Teddy Bears. So again, turn it off, turn it on. Now it'll play that every time you turn the unit on. Okay, if you want to stop it, just press any button and it'll take you back to the main screen. And then again, you turn it off, you turn it on. You get the idea. Okay, now what should we do now? Let's show the Bluetooth. So obviously we've got an idea of what all these sound like, and we'll go to an organ one because I didn't play one of them for you, did I? So let's go to an organ one. Entry Gladiator is really good on the organ. Now with some of these songs, because of the way I've recorded them, some of them might sound a bit quieter than others, so you'll be able to change the volume on the fly. So there we are, let's turn that up. I can imagine this one being really good if you're at a village fete, school sports day, things like that. So anyway, if you want to stop it, just press the back button, it'll go back. Okay, right, Bluetooth mode. So to get into Bluetooth mode, you press the bottom button just here. That'll open up the Bluetooth screen. It says not connected. So if I get up the device that I want to connect to it, which is probably going to be a phone, I'll go down, I'll go into my Bluetooth section. Now I've already connected to it on this phone before, so you can see it's called Melody Mate. So I can click that, and it says connected to media audio, and you can see the name of the song that's playing on my phone, or it's in the Spotify playlist on there. If it doesn't say media audio, click on the cog and make sure audio is checked. Okay, so anyway, we're in there. I can go here. Now I can play my music. It's playing through the amp. Yep, I can skip. You can see the name changes there. Okay, or I can go back. And if I want to, I can use this instead. So I could use this control to change the music. Yep. If I want to pause it, just click it in. If I want to play it, I can start it again. If I want to turn the volume up, I hold this button. I can choose volume. I can turn that up, and if you look on the phone, you see the volume's going up on the phone as well. Yeah, don't want it too loud because it'll make it distort. So there we go. Or you can use this here and use your phone to change it as well. So whichever you want. Okay. And that's it. That's how Bluetooth works. Okay. If you want to exit out of it, turn it off and on, and then you're back into your main. Ooh, it's a bit loud, isn't it, that? Set the volume down a bit. There we go. And then we're done. So in the settings screen as well, just for your information, there's also a bit that says system info. And that will just show you how long you've been using the unit. So it'll tell you how long it's been switched on, how long it's been playing, how many times you've pressed the button, and then how many times it's been off and on. That isn't really for you, it's more for me. So if the unit breaks and you send it back, I can get some information from it basically on what's happened and why. But hopefully they won't break and they'll be all good. So yeah, so there we go. Anyway, that's all unit, that's how you use it. If you've got any questions, send me a message. But yeah, other than that, enjoy and let me know how you get on with it. Thanks, bye.